We gave Chelsea £1 billion to spend in the January transfer window to see who Todd Boehly and Graham Potter would bring to Stamford and Bridge for a bit of Christmas fun. After a poor start to the 2022-23 campaign, Chelsea may look to improve their squad in the January transfer window in a bid to revitalise their season. Chelsea sit 8th in the Premier League table and were knocked out of the Carabao Cup in the third round, with a top 4 battle and Champions League and FA Cup success still up for grabs for the Blues. Chelsea spent £278.4 million in the summer under the supervision of Thomas Tuchel, but none of the 8 arrivals have made a major impact in their time at the club so far. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has struggled for goals. Marc Cucurella rotates often with Ben Chilwell, and Wesley Fofana has spent most of his time on the sidelines through injury. It looks likely that Graham Potter could be given a decent budget in January to make some signings of his own, but what could happen if Todd Boehly was to grant the English manager an almost unlimited budget? Read more. Christopher Vivell proud to join most exciting project in football after Chelsea appointment. But first, if you are on the Chelsea News channel, enjoy and subscribe so you don't miss the latest Tamao Azul news, which we are always bringing new here. Enjoy and like this video so that YouTube continues to deliver the latest news from the blue team. For a bit of fun, we gave Chelsea a £1 billion budget to spend in the January transfer window to see who they would buy and if the Blues could win any trophies. This is what happened. Chelsea's 2023 January transfer window simulated with £1 billion budget. To complete this simulation, we updated the Chelsea squad with the latest injuries and suspensions, allowing Football Manager 2023 to then decide who the Blues could sign in the 2023 January transfer window. We then used the FM23 editor to assign an outrageous £1 billion budget for the Blues, and this is who they bought. Kylian Mabappe, Paris Saint-Germain, £247 million. Joshua Kimmich, Bayern Munich, £128 million. Rafael Leao, AC Milan, £98 million. Eder Militao, Real Madrid, £92 million. Mikhailo Mudryk, Shakhtar Donetsk, £39.5 million. Robert Sanchez, Brighton and Hove Albion, £32.5 million. Josip Juranovic, Celtic, £14.25 million. Chelsea went all out in the January transfer window, spending £651.25 million on 7 players. By far the biggest signing was the arrival of PSG's Kylian Mabappe, with the French forward joining the Blues for a world record £247 million fee. The midfield was reinforced with the signing of Joshua Kimmich from Bayern Munich for £128 million, whilst Rafael Leao and Arsenal target Mikhailo Mudryk both added strength to the attack, costing £98 million and £39.5 million respectively. Cesar Azpilicueta and Trevoh Chalobah were both sold for a combined £45 million in the simulation, and Eder Militao arrived from Real Madrid as their replacement for £92 million. Kepa was also sold in the simulation for £26 million, rising to £33 million to Barcelona, and Brighton keeper Robert Sanchez replaced the Spaniard, costing £32.5 million. Lastly, Josip Juranovic arrived for £14.25 million from Celtic to provide backup for Reece James. Along with the sales of Azpilicueta, Chalobah and Kepa, the Blues sold Conor Gallagher and Christian Pulisic in the simulation, taking the total earned in player sales to £139 million. So, how did the Blues perform with their new January signings? Chelsea's 2022-23 season results after January transfer window: Mbappe and Leao added goals to the Chelsea attack, with the duo combining for 24 goals in the Premier League in their short time at the club. The Blues lost just 2 games in the league following the January transfer window, edging past Man United, Newcastle and Liverpool to a top 4 finish. With the squad at his disposal, Potter could have expected to win at least one trophy in the simulation, but the Blues were unable to win anything as they lost in the quarter-finals of both the Champions League and FA Cup. A 6-4 aggregate loss saw Chelsea beaten by Manchester City in Europe, whilst a penalty shootout defeat to Newcastle in the FA Cup eliminated the Blues from the domestic competition. Overall, FM23 predicts that if Chelsea were to have unlimited funds, they could make some incredible signings, with the likes of Mbappe, Kimmich, Leao and Militao joining the Blues in the simulation. Despite the unbelievable squad put together, the Blues failed to majorly impress, finishing fourth and winning no trophies as Potter was sacked at the end of the season. Who do you think Chelsea should target in the January transfer window? Let us know in the comments below.